IQ and normal distribution.
Young people often like to compare their intelligence quotient, IQ, with others, and the result is often a nihilistic sense of superiority or inferiority. I remember the last time I had my IQ measured was when I was taking the entrance exam many years ago.
People often brag about their IQ, or are praised by others. For example, our IT minister is claimed to have an IQ of 180, and our mayor is claimed to have an IQ of 156. It sounds scary, but how smart does it mean to have such a high IQ? Apart from being particularly good at mathematics, science, engineering, and computers, what are the differences between them and ordinary people? Does IQ really represent overall intelligence? Does it cover creativity, imagination, and expression? In fact, IQ only represents the ability of observation, reasoning, and reaction, and only accounts for a certain part of the entire mental activity. Our honest mayor admits that he has Asperger's syndrome, a psychological condition in which he doesn't care much about other people's feelings, which of course makes it difficult to get along with others. We know that in addition to intelligence quotient, IQ, there is another measurement called emotional quotient, which is EQ. People with high emotional intelligence, who are well-rounded in life and dealings, are often more popular and willing to be friends with others. But unlike IQ, there is currently no recognized EQ test or emotional intelligence score. But what does an IQ of 100 mean? How much smarter is a person with an IQ of 130 than a person with an IQ of 100? Most people don't know. In fact, this design assumes that the distribution of human IQ is the so-called normal distribution. Psychologists use IQ equal to 100 to represent the average human IQ. In addition, based on long-term test observations by psychologists, they found that the standard deviation of the average human IQ is 15. The average IQ is 100 and the standard deviation is 15. What's the mystery behind this? First, we give a brief introduction to some numbers of normal distribution. It is a left-right symmetrical bell-shaped structure, as shown in the picture, and the highest point in the center represents the average value. Then it extends 1, 2, 3. Standard deviations to the left and right, and the height gradually decreases, that is, the number of people gradually decreases. Let's say your IQ is 115. This means that you have one standard deviation more IQ than the average person. Looking up the table or looking at the picture will put you in the 84%, 50 plus 34, position. In other words, you have a higher IQ than 84% of the people. In the same way, if your IQ is 130, you are higher than 97.5% of people. As for the mayor's 156 and the minister's 180, they both fall almost infinitely far to the right of the normal distribution curve. It can be said that they are smarter than almost anyone else. Of course, this smart only refers to IQ. It is particularly worth mentioning that in Forrest Gump and Edison when he was a child, both were dropped out of school because their IQs were less than 70. IQ equals 70 means that it is 2 standard deviations lower than the average person, that is, it is only higher than 2.5% of people, but they have amazing achievements after all. Forrest Gump may be a fictional character, but what about Edison?